Welcome back to BBB Adventures and the second episode of a series we are calling the Apollo Mission Epilogue. This series will cover the time we spent in New York City after completing the Apollo mission, as well as our journey back home to Idaho. This episode starts on August 27th, the day after the official end of the Apollo mission, as we begin to break the routine of riding our bikes every day and transition back to a non-bike touring lifestyle. At the start of this episode, we are on the shores of Flushing Bay on the East River as we prepare for an adventure thanks to the generosity of one of our awesome viewers.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going on a lunch cruise.
It's not the Apollo mission today.
No.
No?
We're on vacation.
We're on vacation from our vacation.
In New York City, everybody. One of our viewers invited us to have lunch on the Skyline Princess cruise today.
There it is.
We get to take a cruise of the East River in New York City to see the skyline. Apparently it's the best views of the city ever.
That's what we've heard. It's
Yeah.
the very best. We're super pumped about it.
Have lunch.
Yep. And a big shout out to our follower, Buck, who
Who invited us today.
invited us today. We really appreciate it. It's a great way to sort of start our relaxation phase after the Apollo mission.
Absolutely.
So can't thank him enough. Super pumped about it. And yeah, we're going to bring you guys along. Morning.
Watch your staff.
Okay, thank you.
Your table number 2.
Number 2, thank you. Oh, 6, 2. Hi. Here's our table. Table 2. Oh, it's
Right by the
conveniently
bar.
located by the bar. This is pretty cool. We're gonna have a good view.
It's air conditioned in here too.
Cheers. Here's to successfully completing the Apollo mission. Yes.
Couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier.
She's ready to do it again. She wants to pedal home, but I'm like, no, we need to take the train.
It's not true. That's not true what he just said.
I can't think of a better way to sort of have our first day after the Apollo mission.
I can't either.
We've been focused on riding our bikes for 77 days, and it was honestly sort of weird to wake up this morning and
Have no place to go.
I had no place to go. I honestly had the urge to get up and pack the panniers and get the bikes ready and get on Komoot and look for the route for the day and all this stuff we've been doing for 77 days is a long time, and you make habits.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to explain, but it was weird this morning to wake up and I sort of felt purposeless. It's like, what's
my job now?
my job now? So I'm actually super happy we had this
to look forward to.
because yeah, otherwise I'd probably be moping around the house going, I want to ride my bike.
He would definitely be moping around the house.
So this is awesome.
We're underway. Woohoo!
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yes. That's all I
Want to roll?
Yes.
Chip potato?
Yes. Yum. Yeah. Looks
You
fantastic.
want some eggplant?
What is this?
That's eggplant.
And this is
This
chicken?
is lemon chicken and then short rib of beef.
I will have a small one of these and some, yeah, perfect. And then some of this. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. What is that?
Eggplants.
Oh, I couldn't understand.
Yummy.
What do you think of the food, MB?
It's really good.
It's amazing.
The quality of this food is off the charts.
I look like a vegetarian. This is eggplant.
It's eggplant. Oh,
I didn't do it on purpose.
So good.
we rode our bikes across this bridge yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow. What bridge did that Kasky out?
Why did we?
The Queensboro Bridge, because we went to Queens.
Yeah, we went to Queens.
That's what it's called.
As if this great lunch cruise around New York City wasn't enough, we got invited to visit the bridge and Captain Pete. This was indeed an honor and a privilege, and it was super cool to see the operation of the ship.
This person called Typhoid Mary.
Captain Pete
She
was not
housed
only
on that
patient
island. She was
with
a
all my
food service
questions
worker
about the
there.
operation of this awesome
Yeah,
boat,
we moved her from
but was
the
also
Apollo.
super knowledgeable about the history and sights along the route.
Don't let us interrupt you.
No, not at all.
This looks like an important job.
No, we're good.
Yeah, Buck said you're the best.
Me?
He told us not to say that.
He told us not to tell you that.
Well, you're going to get to see a nice, beautiful cruise in New York Harbor today. This is the East River coming out of Flushing Bay, and this is the Bronx in front of us. You have College Point, Queens here. You're going to see the Frog's Neck and the Whitestone Bridges. And then we're going to go down the entire East River, the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, downtown Manhattan, the whole skyline.
That's awesome.
Guys,
So who are you talking to in the radio? Is there somebody that controls this space?
the U.S. Coast Guard runs a vessel traffic service.
Oh, okay.
So they monitor all the commercial vessels that operate. And you check in and you check out of their system, and they monitor us, all the movements.
So do they?
This is a private vessel right here. That's a yacht. And then behind it is a commercial vessel. That's a New York City ferry.
That is a yacht. Wow.
Or you stay to the right. And you see everybody like this, except if there's a reason not to. Unlike on a car, we do have the option of going the other way if there's a reason to. That boat right there has got 4 engines.
Holy moly! Look at that.
They go very, very fast, and they use a lot of fuel. A boat like that right now is somewhere near $1 million.
Really?
At least 600,000 to 800,000.
Wow. How'd you know it was Mr. T?
I can see him. Well, I know all the tugboats that come back and forth. This shows us all of the large vessels right there. Yep, Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. T. Look at that. I pity the fool.
He's what's funny is every now and then someone will say that to him. He's like, "Hey, I never heard that before."
Yeah, no shit.
This is a floating prison.
No kidding. That's amazing. Wow. Wow. This is a pedal boat.
New York City cycle boats.
Yeah, I don't see anybody's legs moving. It's probably an e-bike. That's amazing. You get views off this boat that
Can't get any other
you
way.
just can't get any other way. You know, it's what a special experience. But every time I see the Statue of Liberty, and this is, I think, the 3rd time I've been this close to it, it's a super emotional experience for me. You know, it's a symbol of America. It's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of liberty. It's to me, it's a symbol of what America stands for. So it's and to think about all the immigrants that were coming to America for a better life, and that's one of the first things they saw as they came into the harbor. It's really cool.
Enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself. Allow me to enjoy myself.
There's New York, New York. Isn't it?
Sure is.
Start spreading the news. Bum, ba-na-na.
Basically the financial district.
I'm leaving today.
Wall Street.
I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. We had an awesome time, didn't we, baby?
Oh, yes.
That was an afternoon well spent.
Oh, yes. It was wonderful.
So good, so good. Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you for
Thank you.
coming, okay?
That was awesome.
Keep cycling. I like that idea.
We're gonna keep doing it.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Thank you. Go Mets!
Where are you coming from? Is this like a boat?
We met.
We got off. We just got off the cruise. It was awesome, and the cruise, the dock is near City Field.
And today is Old Timers Day.
And we were looking for some old timers because it's Old Timers Day, and all we could find is these young people doing a little tailgating because they're looking for old timers. And we just got off the boat. The boat's right there, and we found these beautiful people. And what are your names?
Mitch.
Mitch.
Steve.
Steve.
Stacy.
Stacy.
Lindsay.
And what's your name?
Mary Beth.
Yeah, I knew you. So they gave us a beverage, and we've been having a great conversation about how awesome the Mets are, right?
Of course.
And you guys are playing Colorado today?
Yes. I know, but it's Old Timers Day though. So
What does that mean exactly?
That means all old timers for the last 50 years for the Mets are coming back, and they're going to introduce the old timers.
Oh, the players come back.
Players come back, and then they're playing a game, like a 2-inning game, and then the regular game.
Oh, that is awesome. That is. What time does that start?
So I'm going to explain something.
4:30.
You don't have to. But our grandmother was a die-hard Met fan. Mitch and I are sister and brother.
Oh, you guys are. Oh, I see
Then
the. Yeah.
our father became a crazy Met fan, and then his children became crazy Met fans, and then our children all became crazy Met fans. So it's very.
So it's like a disease.
It's very.
It's very
generational.
If you're a Mets fan, it's clearly a disease.
It's like a disease handed down. It's like a genetic defect.
If you can appreciate this if you hear Mets, Jets, and Knicks. It's the same disease over and over. We relish in the victories because they happen so rarely.
That's awesome. Now, how does he fit in?
So that's how I met
This is
him.
my wife.
Okay. All right. So you married into this craziness.
No.
I was. He said he was crazy like this before. So when he married into the family, he said he
I met
continued
him.
it on.
I met him. Excuse me.
My father was a physician.
I met him online, and that was my thing. Met fan, and he was a Met fan, and that's how we hooked up.
How did you verify that as a fact though? Maybe he was just faking it, trying to land some
Who
hottie.
knows? If you ever saw my post, you'd know.
All right. Lifelong disease.
Lifelong
Yep.
disease.
So that's us.
That's
Okay, we were all
awesome. And what about how do you fit in?
Wait, how do you fit in?
Oh, I'm a diehard Met fan because of my dad, but
Oh,
also,
this is your dad over here?
No, that's my daughter, right?
Nice.
Also, where are you from?
Oh, see, I come from a place that has no sports. I come from Idaho. We don't have a sports.
Idaho. You have potatoes.
We have potatoes, no sports.
Also, and the whole entire family also are ridiculous Jets fans. And
Well, I think you.
that's
the Jets are worse than the Mets.
My
I
brother
mean-
has had season tickets to the Jets. How
For
long?
44 years.
44 years.
44 years.
Have they ever won? Oh,
Never. You know what
nice.
the Mets have historically stood for?
my entire.
JETS, just end this season.
And the Mets also has a saying.
Funny.
But I-
All right. Well, it's been really fun to talk to these folks. We're gonna continue talking.
Here's round two.
There's okay. I gotta finish this
Well,
one.
finish it.
We're taking the train.
Yes, we are.
We're on the subway. We're taking it back to Queens. We're going to where Denny and Jen live. The next stop is Woodside 61, which I've been telling Mary Beth all day. That's our stop. But she keeps asking, "What stop are we gonna get off? What stop?" I'm like, "It's Woodside 61."
61st Street.
We just rode the subway.
It says Subway right there.
It does. We were at car 7283. Nice. High five. Yeah. Good job. Bye. Oh yes, the world famous. The world famous Donovan's Pug. Woo! So we're at Donovan's Pub, which of course by now you know is Mary Beth's cousin's business, and we learned about Dave, and one of the things we've been trying to do as we rode our bikes across the United States is find people in America that are making a big difference in communities. It's why we sponsored the Boise Bicycle Project as part of our ride, and we met this individual, and his story is so inspiring. We wanted you guys to meet him. And so Dave, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much. Anyway, my first name is David, last name is Rosasco. I was born and raised in Woodside, so all the people like Donovans and all are well known to me for many decades. But then I had this little twist of fate that I spent 15 very long years in Japan. So this combination, this amalgam between the people that have come before us and the way I was taught by a very smart and very serious civilization has allowed us now to deploy ourselves in this little place on earth, this little blue marble, to bring it back to pristine condition and give our people hope for a better tomorrow, particularly the youth in whose so much faith I place.
How do you implement that strategy? What is that? Tell us about that.
Well, one of the things I learned, and this is from Japan, is that simple tasks repeated often until perfect and repeatable by others. That's the maxim. So I try to teach you to repeat the same task again and again until they absolutely know it perfectly, so that without question, they know what to do when the bell rings at the hour. We don't cancel. I don't care if there's a typhoon or a moderate earthquake. So we gather at the same time, but they know that I will do, as if I consider myself the chief architect, I'll do more than they'll ever do. So that they can inspire themselves, say, well, if you're the leader, at least he is making his best effort, so we have to raise our level.
And so what do you guys do?
And here, I'm going to give you an example. Turn the camera. These are two of my main guys here. These are my core team right here.
Yes.
Yeah, look at this. This is a natural occurrence. These two young men have believed in what we were attempting to do here in the community of Woodside. This young man, Michael, has been with me almost a decade from the beginning.
Wow. Nice job.
And his young brother, Mark, has, though they're totally different personalities, these two young men have given me so much hope for a better tomorrow. And there's two things I could teach them. First, a long history of Woodside, because we live in the shadow of people who came before us. But secondly, there are things that I learned from Japan which I think could be useful to them. Seize control of the initiative and to keep our little place in this little blue marble in pristine condition and give people hope for another generation that's going to follow them. How lucky could we be?
So what is it you do to keep the place in pristine condition?
Generally speaking, it's three things: painting, cleaning, and greening. These are broad concepts. I call them the core competencies. Essentially, we repaint, we take down all the graffiti throughout the entire zip code, mind you, right to the borders. We plant thousands of bulbs, we plant all kinds of perennials. We clean these streets to pristine condition. You may duly note that there's not a single cigarette butt on any of these streets here. This is cleaner than the cleanest streets in Tokyo right now. We are not going to be here. I have more days behind me than I have ahead of me.
But not these boys.
Not these young men. Because these young men one day are going to be in positions of authority. They're going to be positions of power.
Future. The future's right here.
Right, you're looking at them.
Yep.
Could Woodside be in better hands right now than these two young men?
I don't think so. Yep.
And the first thing we have to do is get control of the situation at hand. The 5% of the problems we could solve, such as the public environment and its pristine condition, we could solve. The other 95% is outside of our purview. We cannot even perceive.
Control the things you can.
That's right. Raise others up, working together.
And you've been working with him for how long?
Since I was in 7th grade, and now I'm going to junior year of college.
Nice.
So, yeah,
and what have you gotten out of it?
Well, originally started as a scholarship program in St. Sebastian's. When you're in 7th grade, you spend, so originally you needed like a minimum of 10 hours to put towards community service, and then you were eligible for $1,000 of 8th grade tuition. But at the end, I had 146, I believe.
With this guy?
So, yeah, with this guy. It helped, like I had other hours, like maybe alternate.
He only needed 10, but he had 146.
Yeah, I had a couple of...
So which means, you went past the minimum, which means you were actually getting something out of it.
Almost.
Yeah, I met like the older group that was there the year prior. I met through them. They were in school or kind of graduating at the time, and I befriended them. I'm still best friends with a couple of them now. I speak to them regularly, and now...
of course, is obviously the younger brother. But Mark, tell him how many hours you pulled off.
I got 163, 62, something like that.
Wow. Isn't that something?
It's something.
awesome.
Doesn't it warm your heart?
It does.
My heart is
It does.
warm thinking of it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome.
You're
And
lucky boys.
And
Yeah.
and let me also say a final word, because this is important. What I do is only a small thing. Their parents have believed in what I'm involved in.
Nice job, parents.
This is a gamble. This is a gamble, right? I always worry at night. I think I hope I'm not leading our people down the wrong road.
It
I
doesn't
think
seem
about
like
this.
it. It doesn't seem like it.
But I reckon that if I look at our community right now, when all the graffiti is wiped out, the only community in New York City right now which has no graffiti, streets are in perfect condition, not a cigarette butt remains on this ground, I think we have achieved something which is worth fighting for.
Amen. Nice job. Thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
so
a
much.
pleasure. You're a fantastic human being.
Thank you. And you tell that story to our American people.
I will. Absolutely.
Don't tell them not to throw in
no.
the towel yet. We got a lot of fight left in us.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know it, because in my heart, thank you.
That's fantastic.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much. Good job, you guys. That's about it for this episode of the Apollo Mission Epilogue. Stay tuned for next week when we visit a World War II era aircraft carrier, attend a baseball game, and check out some of the other cool stuff in New York City. We'd also like to give one more big shout out to Buck, our viewer and friend that hooked us up with the Skyline Princess lunch cruise. If you visit New York City, it's a must-do activity. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the ride. Wear a helmet.